I want to say a few things, and what I'm getting ready to say might offend some people. But I'm going to try. I'm not going to eat a greasy pork chop in this video. Um, I'm just looking at how things have turned out in Louisiana um, since I left, you know, um, since I've been away, you know. And all of these so called heavy hitters, in the community who was doing so much work and, we're getting picked and selected, and we're giving funding and we're giving support. You know what I'm saying? And now looking back, I ask myself, for what? Like what? And girls have intentionally excluded me from things, have left me out of opportunities, and look at the fruit of that. I asked myself, maybe you did talk too much. Maybe you were too honest. Maybe you could have filtered yourself a little bit more. But now I understand that I'm not missing opportunities. I'm being protected from people who don't deserve to have my energy, who don't deserve to have me as a force in their movement. Like, I'm being removed from selfish, dishonest people who just sincerely trying to get their own, just sincerely worried about their own bag. When I started New Legacy Ministry back in 2011, it really had the potential to be a stronghold and to be a force that I feel could have helped and could have stopped a lot of these things that are happening now legally in Louisiana. Like the vision that I had for us was about garnering resources, it was about garnering wealth, it was about being independent, it was about telling our own stories. The platform had so much potential, but they came in and they divided us. And I was then labeled as crazy. I was made out to be crazy. And don't get it twisted. I'm not like I'm not like everybody else. So, if I'm crazy might be the fit, cuz I'm not average, I'm not normal, I'm not regular. I can maneuver as such. I can blend in, but I'm not average, I'm not normal, and I'm not regular. Ain't nothing regular about me except the wigs that I wear and maybe the clothes that I wear sometimes, but it ain't nothing average, regular, or normal about me. And I'm okay with that. But I've missed a lot of opportunities, and I look back on it and I see why I missed it. I see why I was excluded, because you have to allow the tape to play. You have to allow the record to play. And sometimes you're not going to see the results for years to come. I mean, I was legitimately excluded and pushed out of so many opportunities when I was one of the lead advocates in Louisiana, was one of the founding, hey sister, was one of the founding advocates, it wasn't but a couple of girls that came before me that was down there really like legit doing the work. And it just breaks my heart to see how, Louisiana is reverting, it's not progressing. And a lot of these girls were soundbite girls. They were girls that was just trying to get their check. They didn't really they didn't really care about what was going on and what was happening. They weren't like, I can remember before it was a paycheck involved, I was doing so much volunteer work, so much showing up to so many meetings, going to so many, sitting on councils. I was a part of the HIV Planning Council for every bit of 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't get paid to do that. We didn't get paid to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I was giving advice and doing contract work, not even knowing I was doing contract work, not even knowing I was doing consulting work, and was getting paid with a slice of pizza and a bus token. You know what I'm saying? They were harvesting information from me before it became a thing to pay a girl a consulting fee or a contract fee. And, you know, I'm not upset with my community, because I'm not upset with Louisiana, because, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not mad at none of the girls, but I'ma talk about it. I'ma talk about it. I'ma say it. I'm not gonna sit on this. I'm not gonna keep quiet. I'ma say, look at the fruit. Look at what happened when I literally had to leave New Orleans to live. Like, if I would have stayed there, I would have died, because I was not receiving the support that I needed. I was not receiving the love that I needed. I had been blackballed by people who had money, and a lot of my sisters was dodging me like I had the plague. Thank you, 100% pure love. A lot of them was dodging me like I had the plague, girl. Like, and I had picked up and I started using, and I just didn't care, because it was like we were struggling with the truth. Let me tell you something. The reason why those laws are able to stick is because this is why I don't go for all this political mumbo jumbo talking about get out there and vote for your life, get out there and vote. The when Laylim Layler started, when I started practicing this faith, it was because I was already rallying and lobbying and going up to the state capitol. I already knew who was the man behind the mask. I already saw what was going on. Those girls wasn't doing advocacy when I was doing advocacy. I was doing advocacy before all those girls. And I was going up to the state capitol. And I knew it was the Ford Foundation. I knew it was religious groups that were controlling the vote, controlling who got elected. I knew this already. And this is why the spirituality was so important to me, because I've always been trying to confront the church. I've always been trying to confront the politics of the church. Nobody never wanted to do that. Those girls were scared to do that. Those girls still don't want to talk about that. Those girls still don't want to have that conversation. And until you're willing to have that conversation, they're going to keep demonizing you. They're going to keep doing you what they're doing to you. And it's going to stick. Until you confront the religion, until you confront the religious politics, until you confront the intermingling of church and state, that is going to be a state in which trans people are not going to get respect. Get out there and vote. Vote for your life. But everything is being impacted by religious politics. Who are you going to get in office Who are you going to get that's going to represent you, that is not going to be beholding to or cuckolded by or kowtowing to the religious politics? Who you going to get? Because everybody that you get that run for office, they all talk like that. They all, long as I got King Jesus. And that's the doorway in to start ostracizing, alienating, and demonizing people based on their sexuality, based on their gender identity, based on the assumptions that can be made about them because of who they are. Because we know being accused of sexual perversion, it's in the starter kit for LGBTQIA people. It come with the territory, baby. That's in your starter kit. It's easy for somebody to accuse you of some type of sexual perversion if you're a member of the LGBTQIA. It's easy. It's like it come with a starter kit. It's like it's a part of the kit. You know how many people have accused me of things like that simply because I was queer? And the reason why it sticks is because Louisiana people look at things through a religious lens. And until you're willing to do the work of confronting that, all of your marching and rallying and stomping is in vain. But when I was trying to do the work to confront that, y'all pushed me to the back of the bus. Oh, y'all said you can't be Ros the Parks in this movement. You gonna have to be the girl that we didn't talk about. You're gonna be the black young girl that was out here doing the work before Rosa. But we're gonna have to get us a Rosa. And your Rosas ain't working out. Your Rosas ain't working out. Your Rosas ain't working out for you. How's that working out for you, sis? How's it working out for you, sis? Y'all continuing to tow down and shuck and jive and play along with that religion, and it's taking you backwards. It's taking all of y'all backwards into the backwoods. Backwards into the backwoods. So I'm not messed up about the opportunities that I didn't get. I'm no longer upset about the opportunities that I didn't get. I'm cool with it now because sometimes you just gotta let the tape play. You will know a tree by the fruit that it bears. All of you powerful advocates in Louisiana, but nobody had the voice. Nobody had the wind or the power to say something or to do something that was so magnetic and so profound that it caused a shift. Because sometimes if you amplify the right voice, you can create a shift. You got to have people that know how to change hearts and minds with what they say. You got to have people who are not afraid to push the envelope, people who are not afraid to go against the grain. And unfortunately, a lot of them was too scared of that. And that's why I left. That's why I left. That's why I left. I could name names, but I'm not. A lot of them grinned in my face and was like, if it wasn't for you, the movement wouldn't be where it is now. And you made this possible, and you helped. Like, I helped so many to stand on their feet. I supported so many to get on their feet. And it breaks my heart to see what has come of Louisiana. It breaks my heart to see that, now these children can't even be called by their names. These children have to go to a certain bathroom. The teachers can be fired for affirming these children in their identity. Like, all of that. Like, and y'all finna tell me that happened because nobody voted. That's not why that happened. That happened because there was no one in our community who had the wherewithal to challenge what was being said. There's no voices. There's nobody that's doing the work to challenge that, because all of that is religious. You get up in front and them Christians go to speaking, and them conservative right-wing Christians go to speaking, and what they say sounds morally correct. What they say sounds more respectful, more decent. And y'all don't know how to challenge that because y'all are not doing that work. Y'all don't know how to challenge a Christian. You don't know how to argue with Christians. You don't know how to argue with religious people. You don't know how to debate with religious people, especially without losing your cool. And the reason why is because most of you secretly believe in what they believe. Most of you still think you going to hell. Most of you still think that what you're doing is a sin. This is how most black people in the LGBT community think in Louisiana. That like button show lives free. So it's just like I was trying to sit on this, but the more I hear about the laws and how things are just going in reverse, we were on such a good path. We were connecting and building bonds with people. Like, we were befriending politicians, and we were building relationships. And I think it's just important to be able to be in those rooms. And a lot of times the girls be like, a lot of times, a lot of girls, they just be worried about a cameo. They be worried about press and publicity for the work that they're doing for their organization. But the girls ain't showing up unless you pay them. The girls ain't showing up unless it's a coin involved. And that's one thing y'all could never say about me. That's one thing you girls could never fix your mouth to say about me. A lot of times, the rooms that you need to show up in and the rooms that your voice needs to be heard in, it ain't no stipend. It ain't no coin. Ain't no funding. You doing it because you want to keep stuff like this. You want to keep things. You want to educate people, inform people, enlighten people, so that your community does not get shoved back into the dark ages. And so you have to show up. You have to speak out. And you have to stop upholding the very things that are responsible for your oppression. Playing go along to get along and getting finessed. So they pay homage to basically slap you in your face. Right. Right. Because is it real homage? The energy is off with these new activists. It is. And it's always been. These girls are not sincere in this work. And that's why, again, the reason why I made this video is because I wanted to just address the fact that I don't feel a way about missing opportunities no more. I don't feel a way because you see the fruit. You see it. These girls ain't ready to walk that. These girls ain't ready to walk that male. These girls don't care enough about this work to be able to put that actual work in that's gonna make a difference. These girls don't really. A lot of these girls don't really care, and I realized that, and that's why I got the. These girls, a lot of these girls ain't really about no change, no real change. These girls about some change in their pocket, some change in their purse, some change in their banking account, a change in their finances. Oh, a wonderful change in their credit score. Grifters, a lot of them. And ma'am, I am not about to martyr myself because I'm true to this. This is not fake for me. I'm not about to martyr myself. I'm not about to go and lay my life on the line for a bunch of grifters. Not about to be the sacrifice for you grifters. For you photo op advocates. This was given tea. What was the tea they was given today? I could name some names too. Exactly. Girl, I could go down a list and I could name how many fake girls, how many fake advocates, not just fake girls, not just the girls, butch queens, lesbians, fake allies, fake support systems. And so much so that I have a nasty taste in my mouth. Like I literally could vomit. Like when I think about it, I just want to throw up. Like I felt a throw up taste in my mouth talking about this. Like literally, I felt the urge to vomit. That's how disgusting it's been. And so me being in the back, me not being highlighted, me never being a part of the Trans 100, me never being awarded nationally, me never, girl, I'm so thankful because all of you girls that got all of them accolades, what has it done in the long term? What has it done? What has it really done? Gave you some visibility, showed some girls what was possible. But beyond that, what has it done? Changed your financial circumstances. You've been a model and showed girls what was possible. But what has it really done? And I feel like it's important to have that conversation as we approach this National Trans March of Visibility that has been extremely under-promoted. Girl, the Trans March of Visibility is supposed to be happening this weekend. Is it supposed to be happening? Did it just happen the weekend? It's supposed to be happening this weekend. Girl, we ain't heard nothing about that march. Girl, have you been seeing it be promoted? The girls is grifters. The girls out here getting their money, getting their coin, girl, so that they could go hide in stealth, girl, and leave you girls out to dry, girl, telling you girls to go and vote. But how is your vote gonna make a difference until we come together and confront the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is the religious politics, the religious ethics that they will constantly use against us. As long as that dollar bill say, "In God we trust," as long as when you go into the courthouse, you have to swear on a Bible that you are speaking the truth, you're not about to look me in my face and tell me that this is not religious politics. How can your vote change? Whoever you vote for is still, at the end of the day, upholding the same values. They may delineate, they may be a little bit more flexible on some things, but the bottom line, when they get in them back rooms and them back meetings and have their little group meetings and that pressure get applied, but y'all don't want to do that work. And it's crazy. If we would have stuck together all those years ago, like if everybody would have stuck together and just like said, "You know what, this is important, this is going to be beneficial to us in the long run, we need to stick together, we need to support this, we need to all support this, we need to all come together and support this," we'd have enough strength by now to be a party. We would have had enough collective power to be a party. And I don't have to control it. I have no need to have all that pressure on me and all that weight on me. But I think that's what a lot of people felt, that since I was the one who had the vision and since I was the one who had started it, somehow I need to be the figurehead or I need to have complete control. I've always tried to put girls on and to try to put into platform girls. I've never been no shady, jealous girl that needed to be the center of attention. I have many gifts. I can work behind the camera and in front of the camera. I can help you with your speech, your talking points. Baby, I'm good at directing. I'm good at organizing. I'm good at bringing people together. I'm good at inspiring people and motivating people and calming the space, icebreakers. I don't have to be the center of attention. I don't have to be the person that is the that's in the out. Like, as far as me, rather me being the politician or me helping the political figurehead, I'll be fine with being counsel. But girls are so egotistical and girls are so insecure and so threatened by brilliance and so threatened by other intelligent girls. They so scared that they not gonna get to be the face and they gonna lose cred and everybody wanna be the chief and don't nobody wanna be the fucking Indian. And that is one of the biggest problems in our movement. And then when y'all do make somebody the chief, you make somebody the chief with no substance, with few morals and no integrity. Somebody who really honestly don't know how to speak up for you in a way that truly reflects who you are as a human being. This is why when I be at events and they call all of the religious leaders up, they'll call all of the religious leaders in the trans community up to come to the stage. I don't never go up there. I know that I'm a spiritual leader. I know I'm a religious leader, but that's not my crowd. I don't never go up there because I feel like everybody that they have representing us when they call them people up there, it's a whole bunch, for me, a lot of times it's a lot of frauds. Because you can't be a spiritual teacher or a religious leader for me if I have never seen your humanity. If everything that you present to me publicly is you always on, You always got it together. I've never seen you have a moment of vulnerability. I've never seen you have a human moment. I've never seen you lose it. I've never seen you lose control. I've never seen you have a moment where I was like, I can relate to that. Like, I gotta know that you've been through something. I wanna see the storm. I wanna see some of the chaos. I wanna see some of the drama. I need to know who you are. You can't teach me. You can't guide me. You can't show me anything if you always putting on this front like you always got it together. That does not represent me. And so when I see spiritual leaders and spiritual teachers and religious people being platformed who I always get the same energy from them, like a Hallmark card or a Hallmark commercial, girl, miss me with the bullshit. You don't represent me. Because I am chaos and order. I am love and war. I am bitter and sweet. And I take accountability and hold space for all of that. And if I don't see that in you, I don't want to sit with you. And you could look down on me, but just know it worked both ways, sweetie. Don't think that I'm looking up at you because you looking down on me. No substance, no morals, no integrity. Too many of us want to be at tables with people that despise us. You better say that. You better say that. About ready to play hopscotch and stealth. About ready. Girl, about ready to be done with it, girl. Cause every time you try to put a little faith in the children, yeah, girl. I like the girls be thinking they be eating it up, girl. They be feeling like they be wearing it out, girl, when they be excluding me from opportunities. When the girls don't let me the when the girls don't invite me, when the girls don't invite me to their parties, girl, when they don't invite me to their little get-togethers, girl, because they don't want to hear me, they don't want to hear me talk, girl. The girls feel like they wearing it out. But funny how the movement going in reverse. Funny how the movement going in reverse. You ain't wearing me out. You're wearing yourself out. Exactly, Faith. I am the opportunity. Because you know how many girls have been inspired by me. You know how many queer people have been inspired by me. You know how many cis heterosexual people have been inspired by me. You know how many lives I have touched and changed. And every girl who has refused to share their platform with me, although I've continued to highlight girls and share my platform with them, every girl who has refused to highlight me and to highlight my message and to highlight my work, girl, you are in part responsible for the backpedaling of the movement. You're responsible. When you don't have the capacity, you're not talking about what needs to be talked. I've been talking about this. I've been talking about the church and its impact on politics and its impact on the movement openly at least since 2016. At least nearly 10 years. Now, Lay Lim Lay Lur didn't start until 2017, but that's still a long time. That's still a long time not to have received any. I done published the whole book. And I saw a lot of this coming. That's why if you read the book, I didn't use the word trans. I may have said the word trans one time in the whole book because I saw this coming. I felt this was coming. They gave you a language and you accepted it, and now they're taking it from you. Instead of investing in your community and investing in yourself and creating your own language, what you did was let them give you a language, and now they're done with you. And so now they're taking it from you. They're telling you, you can't say this, you can't say that, because it was never authentic to you to begin with. It was never yours, boo. You were renting it. It was never yours. The Lord give it, the Lord take it. The Lord. Your Lord gave it, and now your Lord has taken it. But the Lord can't take Laylem Layler. The Lord can't take Bristol. The Lord can't take Mada, Pama, Fama. And it's plenty more where that came from. I just don't share all of it online. Y'all will never take that and run with it and give yourself credit for it. That's for the tribe. And I'm gonna continue to do the work. And I'm not gonna have no hard feelings with the girls who have not supported me, with the fake girls. I'm gonna grin in your face like you grin in mine. I'm gonna keep it cute with you like you keep it cute with me. But just know that if when the shit really do hit the fan, don't think you gonna be the first one that I'ma offer, that I'ma verbally defend, or that I'ma offer refuge to, because you didn't do it for me. I don't owe you nothing. You didn't defend me. You didn't speak up for me. And trust me, I'm headed to those rooms, but I'm gonna do it my way. I'm not like, my whole life I have been standing on my own 2 feet without the support of the LGBT community, without being featured in the LGBT community, without opportunities being provided to me by the LGBT community. I don't get books and I don't get gigs and get booked by the queer community. They don't feature me. And that shows the self-hate that they have for themselves. Y'all trust in politics that are under a patriarchal, monotheistic religion more than you trust a person who is a part of your community, who has been relentlessly doing the work to establish a faith and a spirituality that speaks to wholeness, that speaks to balance. Y'all trust more in a political party that is rooted in a monotheistic patriarchal religion more than you put more faith in that than you put into one of your own who has legitimately been doing this work for damn near 10 years. It speaks to the self-hate. Because I don't look like you want me to look, and I don't sound like you want me to sound. But guess what? If y'all actually rooted for and made space for beings like me, then the world would have so much more capacity. Because I'm a lot, but I ain't nowhere near as much as what y'all really pushing away from the table. Because with everything that I got going on, I still can make my cameos at the table. I still get honored. I still get acknowledged. And I get celebrated. Not in the queer community, though. I get honored in Black women's spaces. I get honored by Black femmes who were born with vaginas. I still get acknowledged. I still get celebrated, just not by the queers. Yet and still, I still remain loyal. I still speak up for y'all. I still advocate for y'all. I just got honored. That's where this t-shirt came from. Celebrating black women in the HIV movement. Just got honored. Just got an award. But in the LGBT community, it don't be popping like that. It's two or three that, have been loyal to me over the years and have tried to show up for me in the best ways that they could in Louisiana. But it ain't been a lot. I haven't received a lot of support. And so while my heart goes out to the children who will be impacted by this, it's hard for me to just be like, oh, it's so horrible. I can't believe this happening to the children. Because your elders didn't really care. Your advocates wasn't really on their beat. And they brainwashed you and turned you against me. So when I was telling y'all what we needed to do and how we needed to do it, nobody wanted to hear me. I was crazy. I was the drug addict. They just want the accolades. Right. Right. So, it is what it is. It is what it is at this point. I'm going to continue to make my art. I'm going to continue to story tell. I'm going to continue to, impact this movement in the ways in which I can without overextending myself. I'm not giving more than I have to give anymore. I'm not going to volunteer to speak anymore. I'm not like literally even this year I went down and I was at the rallies and I was, and I was showing up. I don't even live there. I haven't lived there in years and I'm still coming down and trying to, do what I can creatively, trying to do what I can artistically, but we not ready to do that real huddle yet. We not ready to do that work that really, really creates a shift. And unfortunately, if all of the pieces to the puzzle not there and we not all willing to come together for something bigger than ourselves, then guess what? And I know how a lot of people feel in the community. It's like you can't miss what you never had. We never had it before, so hey, we ain't got it now. But now they're passing laws to go back to the way it was. See, at first, there wasn't laws that were messing over us. There weren't laws that were messing over us. Now we didn't have no laws. We didn't have no protection. That was the difference back in the past. We just didn't have no protection. Now they are literally purposely and intentionally creating laws to exclude people, creating laws to punish people, creating laws to alienate people, creating laws to demonize and ostracize people. Like that's what's going on now. That's what's happening now. And it's sad. It's really sad. Like it's really sad. And my heart goes out, um I'm still gonna be supportive of Louisiana. I'm still gonna show up in the ways that I have capacity. But I'm not begging to sit at no tables. I'm not begging to be invited to an opportunity. I'm not begging for my voice to be heard. I'm not begging for any of that. And if you come on my platform and you want to use the things that I say on my own personal platform against me, you want to use that as an excuse to keep me out of whatever it is that you got going or whatever kind of work you're trying to do, then that speaks to who you are. Because if you can't take my opposition You really aren't trying to change anything, because everybody that's a part of your group, everybody that's a part of the work you're doing should not be a yes person. They shouldn't be in agreement with everything that you say. You don't need a bunch of parakeets around you if you are actually trying to strategize something that's going to realistically create a measurable change. Like if you just got a whole bunch of people, and this is another thing. It's We got a lot of people in New Orleans that are good, in Louisiana in general, that are good at collecting data, that are good at speaking about numbers, that are good about, like getting that type of information. But if the work doesn't have any heart, if it doesn't have people who can convey the information in a way that's compelling, in a way that's engaging, in a way that's moving, girl, and that's what you lack. That's what you lack. You got some people in the HIV movement that can stir and move, but y'all ain't really got nobody in the trans community, in the black trans community or the white trans community in New Orleans that could get on a mic and really, 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 really break it up. You maybe got one. I ain't gonna take it from Milan. Milan is powerful, but that's one voice. You don't have a lot of power that's raging like that really really can get people to speak and really 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 get people, and I'm talking about statewide. I'm not just talking about New Orleans. I'm talking about throughout the state that can get on the mic and take that data and take those statistics and take that work and take that storytelling and actually move people. And again, a lot of that work is around being HIV and housing and that type of stuff. Like, but speaking to how religion impacts our policy, how it affects us, how it affects the laws that are being made, how they're using those antiquated religious monotheistic patriarchal ideas to keep us in the Stone Age. Nobody is articulating that. Nobody is doing that in a way that is compelling and changing minds and shifting the consciousness and changing the energy in the room. No one's doing that. The people that got the fire get pushed out because they aren't on the BS right. And unfortunately, that's what happened with me. Bitch. I had to leave for my survival. I had to leave for my sanity. And I'm at a place in my life now, girl, I am post-op. Girl, I be running on empty a lot of days. I ain't got time to be giving my fuel again. I'm not giving my fuel to a bunch of grifters. I'm not feeding a bunch of grifters. I get on my YouTube platform and hopefully you'll be inspired, hopefully you'll be encouraged, but this is why I don't be worried about being at them being like the Trans March of Resilience. We already know that's a grift. It's barely been promoted. It's barely been talked about. This is just, it's literally a formality. The people that are a part of the rally are not even passionate about it. The people that are leading it are not even passionate about it. They barely talking about it. We ain't really heard nobody talking about that march. And they finna get there and they finna do all of that, that performative concern and all that performative, and they're gonna make a couple of comments about Trump and raise up Kamala and talk about voting for Kamala and all that. Child, that rally about to be so performative. And this the thing. Donald Trump said what he said about black jobs. But Kamala also said that she's not doing anything specifically for black people. So if y'all gonna talk about what he said about black jobs, why y'all not gonna talk about like to me, no, you shouldn't, nobody should be using, it's crazy how they use black people, like how we are the pawns in this shit. Like we're literally the pawns in this game. There's no black jobs. I'm not doing anything specifically for black people because anything that I could do for black people could benefit everybody. But you could do something specifically for all these other immigrants. Which leads me to believe that we aren't immigrants. Then, I get why black people, see it for Kamala. Because I've said this before. I see myself in everything. I see myself in Asians. I see myself in the Latinas. I see myself in all nationalities. That's why I support Chinese restaurants. I support Latino restaurants. I support their businesses because I feel like we were the blueprint. I feel like we were the original people. Not necessarily meaning that we're the best ones because, again, an old computer ain't hitting like a new computer. An old iPhone ain't hitting like a new iPhone. It may be the original, but the original don't always work as good as the new. I'm just acknowledging that I believe that we were the originals. So I could see how we can look at Kamala and say, okay, Kamala is black. I could see how we could do that. But at the same time, if Kamala does not value the same thing that we value as deeply melanated people who have been in this country for centuries, how do we expect her to defend us? I think that her loyalties will lie more with the roots of her family, and none of her roots come from here. This is a place where she's come to have an opportunity, but her roots are not in America. So it makes sense why she would let immigrants in and why she would have the borders open and why she would send support outside of the country, because the bulk of her roots are not here. She has no biological children here. She has no offspring here. So her heritage and her roots are literally outside of America. So if she's sending resources anywhere, she's probably sending her own resources outside of America. This is business for her. This is work. She has no real ties to this because she is not generations and generations living inside of this nation. Okay, so she went to Howard. But she does not have generations and generations and generations and generations of family that has been here. So you're not finna convince me that she's the hope and the dream just because I can look at her and see an auntie or a cousin. It's gonna take more than that for me. But for some people, that's all it takes. Protect that energy at all costs, Mom. Literally don't have the energy. I'm an orky and I understand exactly. Exactly. Girl, some days, girl, I be put. Girl, be putting, girl. Be putting, girl. And you think that I'm about to go. Now, what I could honestly say is I'm not like I've gotten better at, you know, putting up force fields and protecting my energy. I'm not as uncomfortable with being in crowded spaces as I used to be because I used to couldn't handle being in large crowds. Like when I was younger, I fed off of it. But then after I went through my orchiectomy, I didn't like being in really crowded areas because it was like the energy was just pouring through me. It was like I didn't have the wherewithal to shield myself. And so it was like when I would get into crowded spaces, the energy would just pour through me. And if I wasn't present, if I wasn't aware, if I wasn't doing putting up some type of mental barrier, I will become a conductor, and then the next thing you know, I could literally start a riot, or I could literally create, because I'm taking on all of this energy and not channeling it properly. It could become destructive energy. And so I shielded myself from crowds for a long time because I feel energy. I feel energy when I'm on live and it's 50, 60 people on the live. Girl, I start getting hype. So just being in a actual space with physical people and feeling that energy, I'm an avatar. So I take on the energy and I feel it and it just rushes right through me. But now I've become stronger in my spiritual practices and I've become stronger in my self-awareness. And girl, I eat it now. Oh, I eat it now. I get in those spaces, girl. I start rocking and dancing, girl. And baby, I eat it now. I eat it now. So I'm a lot stronger and a lot more present. You know what I'm saying? And I could take it now and I could weave it into what I want it to be. Like I can turn straw into gold. I've learned how to I've learned how to transform. I've learned how to transmute energy, but I didn't know how to do that at first. I didn't know how to transmute energy. So I was just susceptible to it. But in transmuting energy, you want to be in a space where you feel welcomed, because if not, then you're going to take that energy and you may use that energy and you may turn, and I don't want to be the one that have to drain some people because I don't feel safe. Just don't make me get up in here and drain you because I feel unsafe. Make me drain you bitches. Don't make me be succubus. So, it's like I don't want to be in a room where I feel unsafe, because if I feel unsafe, then I have to turn it to succubus. Because what you're not about to do is use this against me. What you're not about to do is play in my face. That's what you're not about to do. So, bitch, if I gotta suck all the energy out of the room in order for me to feel safe, guess what's gonna happen? Guess what's gonna happen? Because what we not able to do is make me feel uncomfortable when I know that I come in peace. I say that at the end of all of my lives. I say, Bound and round, both circle and square, we too speak life, so operations beware. Sending healing to those in despair, ill by Bosawa. We come in peace, no harm to any, lay lim, lay lurk. But what I'm not about to do is let people come against me when I know that I'm coming up in here with the intentions to try to heal, to try to collectively work together, to try to work through this. But if I feel like you attacking me and you coming for me, girl, no ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. And the only spaces where I allow myself to get worked up like that, and I allow myself to be vulnerable, because you know if you fall vulnerable you could get sick. You like for me, I get physically sick. And the only people that have that kind of power over me is people that I'm extremely close to. Random bitches can't do that. A random bitch can't do it. Now some people that's extremely close to me, oh yeah, you know they could get they you know if they're extremely close to you, they could get in your head. Somebody that's extremely close to you, you know they could get in your head, honey, and you might have a moment. But random people, oh no. Now, if I'm intoxicated, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm a little bit off my square because I've been drinking, I'm high, I might entertain it. If I'm extremely drunk and I'm extremely high, you might catch me off my square and you might get some energy out of me. You might be able to get some energy out of me. But, you know, in my normal state, you know, clear, sober headed, no, you're not. You're not about to get nothing. You're not. Child, I might laugh at you. Virgo season, happy. Oh, it's Virgo season today. Girl, that's why I'm in stealth. I do my 501c3 and have some faces for the forefront, and other than that, I talk to management. LOL. Girl, I'm never welcome, and it reminds me of kindergarten. You can't play with us. Are you a lesbian? They used to think I was a tomboy and ostracize me. Mm. 100% pure love says, say that. Oh, yeah, because you talking about the channeling, huh? Child, I was watching a video that I did in 2016 in New Orleans. I was in Atlanta when I made the video, and there were there was a big old fight getting ready to break out, and girl, it was a threat that somebody that was close to me, they were threatening to unalive her. And baby, when I heard about it, child, I put some face paint on and I put on some white beads and I started channeling in that video. And baby, when I tell you I started speaking and I became a conduit, for my ancestors, and I was letting them spirits use me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know like like possession for me is not like it is for another person. I can take on spirits and take on energy, and I still have control. Just like I'm very good at interpreting dreams and even controlling my dreams. And so I haven't had a spirit in me that I could not, you know what I'm saying, when it was time for it to go, it left. Like I'm very present when I'm being used by an energy. I know when it's happening. It's not something that happens to me unconsciously. And I'm listening to the video and I know that a couple of spirits were using me in that video. And baby, I listened to that video last night and the words was still powerful. Like I literally got chills and I felt like the ringing and the buzzing. Like I literally, like I made that video, I want to say like in 2016, like that was like 8 years ago. And I listened to that video and I literally got chills. Like I was buzzing. Like I felt the energy of my words. And this was 8 years ago. And I know like now I haven't I haven't went into that state in a while. Like I haven't went into avatar state in a while. I haven't been used. I haven't allowed myself to be used by spirits. I pray more so to them now. Um I ask them for energy. I ask them for healing in my body, but I haven't been a vessel. Like I haven't been used in a long time in that way, like to that level. Like it typically happens for me very easily when I've been fasting. Like if I stop eating, like if I start eating like raw and I'm not drinking, I'm not smoking weed, and I'm like really, really, really clear headed. Oh, girl, it be coming like that. Some people, they can be used and they could channel those spirits, and they could channel all of that, and um they could be doing all of that. Like sometimes if I get some good ass weed, like if I get a good ass weed, I might have a vision. I might get a download, and I might have a good ass vision. But when I'm fasting, oh, that's when they use me. And literally, when that happened, I was on a fast. I had been fasting for like 8 days, and I wasn't eating anything but raw. Like literally, I was eating raw food for like 7 days. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't smoking weed. I was on a really, really clear fast. And baby, they wasn't playing with me. The ancestors was not playing with me. They wasn't playing with me. And it's like you literally, you just, you could feel it. Like you literally can feel it. And I was listening to it, I was like, oh wow. And I think that's powerful, but I don't abuse it because I understand that when you do things like that, you really honestly, it's hard to connect with the world. It's hard to connect with the physical realm when you live in that space. It's hard to deal with being amongst the people. It's hard to navigate being amongst the people when you are on that level, when your mind is so clear and your spirit is so clear and your temple is so open to be used by the spirit world. It's hard to be amongst people. You have to be in a safe environment. You have to be around people who love you. You can't be around people you don't trust when you're vulnerable like that. And luckily for me, when I was on the fast, I was staying with my uncle. And my uncle is super protective of me. Like love me down to the ground, super protective of me. And when he saw that I was really, really going deep into it, honey, he came in, I never forget, he came in the room with some lamb and rice, and he said, oh no, you gonna eat. I'm not about to lose you. We did already lost a family member this week. I'm not about to lose you. He came up in that room. He had a plate of lamb and rice, and he said, "Oh no, you about to eat." He made me eat because, girl, when I tell you, I did not care. Like I was in such a, I was in such a space of peace and calm and awareness and power that I was not like, I didn't care about transcending this reality. I didn't care about leaving. Like, they say that if you fast, you literally can die with a smile on your face, because if you fast until you die, it's like you release endorphins when you finally die. They say people have literally died with a smile on their face from fasting. So it's like you just go in peace. And I was at that level of so much clarity and just able to see everything for what it really, really was. And I was just in such a place of peace and such a place of healing and such a place of release that nothing really mattered to me. Nothing really mattered. And he saw it, he felt it, he sensed it. And that's why he made me eat, because he didn't want me to leave. Like, he literally came up in the room and he was like, "No, you about to eat something." And when you eat certain things, it grounds you. It grounds you. And eating meat and eating livestock, that's one of the quickest ways to ground yourself. like when you really think about it. Celestial, why you retracting? Child, don't do us in these comments. What? Oh, what son? What son said? They probably said some demonic stuff because of what I'm talking about. I could imagine what some of the comments is. I could imagine because what the topic is and what I'm talking about. They always try to make me out to be, just pure evil when I talk like this. And that just goes to show you how brainwashed a lot of our people are, not being able to have conversations like this and having common sense. Like, it's just crazy. It really is. But I just be trying to keep it cute. Like, I just be okay. That's what you got to do with them. But yeah, I think I done said everything that I want to say on this video, child. It's 2:24, and girl, I ain't had nothing today but a bowl of cereal, so I'm about to go and fix me something else to eat. And I think I'm supposed to be working on my mama's book, and I think I'm gonna get started on that tomorrow. Like, I'm just like today. I don't know. I just feel like I went and did some errands right fast. But girl, I gotta do my dilation tonight, and today it's just like I feel like I just need to drink some water and just eat and just kind of relax today. Girl, that stomach ain't flat yet, girl. That stomach ain't flat yet, mom. But we trying to get there, girl. Yeah, I'm about to take time for myself. I'm about to give myself a little time right now. But we gonna do our candle. Girl, I almost smoked me some weed today, but I was like, I'm already feeling tired. If I smoke weed, that's just gonna make me more tired. I haven't had no weed since the 20th, and I haven't drank since the 20th. So I said I was gonna give myself 7 days, just to like clear that out, and then I'm gonna start clearing out the meat again because I've been eating meat in small portions, but I'm finna start cutting meat back out again because the weather is changing. And see, in the summertime, that's the best time for me to eat meat because like I told y'all, during the summertime you sweat more, and so you can sweat the mucus out from the grease and all of that be stored in the meat. Because I use oil when I'm cooking, but meat absorbs more oil and grease than vegetables and fruit does. So typically in the wintertime, I try to stay clear of meat. Like the fall and the winter, I try to stay clear of dairy products and meat during the wintertime because that's when you get mucusy, sinusy. And so I like to eat my meat in the summertime because baby, you gonna sweat it out, baby. That mucus not gonna sit, baby. You get out, you go for a walk, you be active, you can sweat that mucus out of you, but the weather is changing and it's not going to be as easy to sweat the mucus out. So in the wintertime, I transition from meat and I definitely try to stay away from dairy. I love eggs. I love me some eggs though. I love me some eggs. I love me some eggs and I love a little butter. But I really have been trying to stay away from cheese, trying to eat less bread, and I used to love cheese. Like I love pizza, and one of the reasons why I love pizza is because it got cheese on it. But it's just I don't like being sick. I don't like being sick. I try to dodge being sick. I'm doing my detox teas and stuff, but I definitely feel like I'm in this space now where I need to consume, like I need to stop consuming meat, but I want to get this like weed and alcohol thing back under control because baby, that second week after surgery, honey, when I started feeling better and I took that yes, no. When I started feeling better and I took that catheter out and I got that packing out of me, girl, baby, when I tell you that last week I was in New York, baby, I was cocktailing down, baby. When I tell you tequila, baby, that Friday, maybe like okay, so the week after the week after, okay, of course, while the packing was in me, nothing happened. Once the packing came out, um, and then I had like 9 or 10 days. I think it was around the seventh or the eighth day. Child, after that, baby, it was cocktails all around, honey. Mama was full, baby. Mama was tequila in and rum in and puffing. And I really wasn't puffing like that. I would like puff before I went to sleep at night because if I puff when I wake up, then it'll make me tired and I ain't really want to get out the bed because I'm still recuperating from surgery. So you can't be like I can't wake up puffing because then bitch I don't want to get out the bed. So I had to wait to puff like late like towards the end of the day, like as it was getting to the unless I'm out getting that vitamin D, because if you're getting that sunlight, then that sunlight will charge you and you'll be able to handle it. But if you're smoking inside and you're not getting that vitamin D, then girl, you gotta be getting that vitamin D because it's gonna give you some energy. So I would wait till I got outside to smoke. I'm not gonna like I would not smoke before noon. You know, and then once I get outside, I'm being charged so I can handle like the little puffs and stuff. But girl, like I said, since I've been back here, I haven't puffed since the 20th, and I haven't drank since the 20th. And I'm gonna try to get myself, just a week, to just detox. Cause girl, I was drinking so much, girl. I was feeling like pains down here, girl. And girl, that's the next thing you know, your liver will be bothering you and hurting you and stuff, girl. So now I'm on my milk thistle, and milk thistle helps to clean your liquor as it regards alcohol. So I was I started back taking my milk thistle. So I'ma light this black candle for protection. And I'ma light this purple candle for spiritual awareness. And we're gonna light this spice candle just so we could have 3 candles lit. Wait, hold on. I don't know. Wait, hold on. So we have 3 candles lit. These are my ashes. These are my money ashes. We're gonna do a little money. We're gonna do a little offering today. We're gonna free an ancestor today. Normally I don't do this in front of the camera, but I'll do it today. So this is what is this president name? What's the name of the president that's on the What's the president name that's on the $10 bill? I don't know what this man name is. What this man name is? You know what this man name is? PB4466097B. We free you from this monotheistic patriarchal paradigm, the white supremacy, the patriarchy of the brotherhood. We release you from the prison that you've created for yourself in order to amass power and wealth and to rule over our ancestors. We free you. We forgive you. And we forgive ourselves. Alexander Hamilton, we free ourselves. We free ourselves. We give you back to the universe. All of the hands that have touched this, all of the hands that have touched this money, their energy, we call it to us. And we ask that during these times of uncertainty, during this election time, that you create a shift in the cosmos, a shift in the universe, a shift that opens a door and brings balance to us so that we no longer have to be red or blue, but we can become purple. Purple ones rise. Oh shit. As above, so below, as within, so without. As above, so below, as within, so without. As above, so below, as within, so without. Thank you, God Goddess. Thank you, God Goddess. Thank you, God Goddess. A man, a woman, Lelim, Leler. As we blow out these candles on the physical plane, past, present, future, the true Trinity, we grow with strength and intensity on the spiritual plane, preparing us for times that are now. Bound and round, both circle and square, we too speak life, so operations beware, sending healing to those in despair, ill by Bosawa, which means we come in peace, no harm to any, Lelim Leler. I want to give a thanks to my moderators, 100% Pure Love and Faith, for doing a good job of keeping the trolls out while I was talking about some things that were very important to me. Thank you for, showing up and supporting in this video. It means a lot to me. I appreciate you so much for that. You always come in the clutch because I knew this was gonna be a messy video. Sometimes y'all don't make it. And yesterday y'all did it, but no trolls came on. So that was good. It was like it was a protection spell. But today I saw the trolls was here. Y'all had to do some blocking. So I'm glad that you was here. Down but the noun that I say cool, it keeps spinning and turning. Ian Gani, Iyanko Kalukalo, which means I'm a child of God Goddess. And if I am, you are. Y'all have a beautiful day. And I'm going to eat and get me a little nap. And we will check in with each other later. Laylim, layler.